So, good morning. Coming to you live from the gym in Southern Park, New Mexico. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floor memorial climb for our brother Thomas Schoales off of Engine 4, which is Manhattan's Wall Street Bulls, housed with ladder 15 and the Decon unit. This climb is dedicated to his siblings, Catherine, Jennifer, Edward, Michael, and Daniel. A total of 7 verticals will get us to the 101st floor, and then 9 floors after that will be sitting at the top. This climb is given in honor and respect of the sacrifices made so that our brother, who was 27 years old at the time of 9/11, and his response there will never be forgotten. But instead, his story will be told. This is why we climb, to keep their memories alive, so they do not just become a name on a plaque and a picture on a wall 19 years later. So, like I said, 7 total verticals, and we're just about to kick this first one off. So, our brother came from a family of service. His brothers, Edward and Daniel, served in the NYPD. Our brother actually served 3 years in the 52nd precinct in the NYPD. Prior to joining the FDNY, following his father's footsteps, his father, Edward Schoales, battalion chief in, I believe they said it, the North Bronx. So he followed his footsteps. Our brother initially was there at Engine 83 in the Bronx. They called them the bums on the hill. And housed there with ladder 29 before moving to Engine 4 with town ladder 15 and the Decon unit there at the Wall Street Bulls. Our brother right now is the second to last for Engine 4. Our last brother will be Tegmeyer. So right now, we're going to the 110th floor for his siblings, Catherine, Jennifer, Michael, Edward, and Daniel. For them, we climb, so they know that their brother will never be forgotten. His father, Edward Schoales, battalion chief with the FDNY, served 40 years of service prior to his passing in 2015. Our brother was a rookie with Engine 83, the bums on the hill, and it said he was very competitive, as our brother liked basketball and baseball, and he was an avid New York Rangers fan, hockey. But the thing that he liked the most was the competitiveness of getting to that back step first on Engine 83, because when you got to the back step, that back step meant that you were going to get the nozzle, and time in on the nozzle on a fire is something all the rookies look forward to. Our brother was very good at what he did in the fire service. Again, crossed over from NYPD to the FDNY, as so many of the others that have gone up in these climbs. So, for this climb right now, we're taking up our brother, firefighter Thomas Schoales, from Engine 4 out of the Wall Street Bulls. They're on the tip of Manhattan with tower ladder 15 and the Decon unit. Taking them up with honor and respect for the sacrifices made so that others could live. It said that his father, Battalion Chief Edward Schoales, and his two brothers, Daniel and Edward, and his family members, were there at Ground Zero, working on the pile. This is for them. Giving honor and respect. Taking our brother to that very top of the tower, to the 110th floor. We go. This is the second climb of the tour and third day climbing consecutively for this trip up. Our brother worked at the Bumped on the Hill out of the Bronx, Engine 83, prior to getting into Engine 4. An avid basketball and baseball player since he was a kid. Loved the New York Rangers hockey. And he was said to be the best Secret Santa that there was for his nieces and nephews. His touch was softer than a bunny's ear, and he could never say no to buying toys for the kids. Right now, this is to give honor and respect where it's due. For our brother, who at 27 years old, made the ultimate sacrifice so that others could live. Engine 4, Tower Ladder 15, was one of the first units there at the World Trade on 9/11. We're part of the greatest rescue effort in United States history. We're due to the valor, bravery, and heroism that was shown by the FDNY and those who responded. Upwards of 25,000 were saved. They will never be forgotten. 19 years later, we carry them to the top of the towers across the United States in memorial climbs and runs, whether they be 5K, 10K half marathons in honor of those from 9/11. We still tell their stories to keep them alive. For our brother, who had 5 other siblings, Catherine, Jennifer, Edward, Michael, and Daniel. As I said before, Edward and Daniel, both in the NYPD, and I believe it could be Edward that went to Stony Brook PD, but I know for sure that they were NYPD. The same as our brother, who did a 3-year tour with the 52nd Precinct in the NYPD. Prior to following his father's footsteps, Battalion Chief Edward Schoales and coming over to the FDNY. Taking him all the way up with honor and respect, going to the top. Our brother was known for being there for his family. He was a person who would help out, attended weddings together for his family members, his siblings, and he was a great babysitter and a helper when it came down to his family having new houses. He would not give anything less. Our brother was known as the golden boy of Engine 4 because of the smile that shone upon his face. So now we are going to be at the over halfway mark on this next vertical, the fourth to last, and then we have 3 verticals to finish. This is why we climb. Coming to you live from the gym in Southern Park, New Mexico. For our brother, firefighter Thomas Schoales. We're going vertical. Dedicated to the FDNY, off and on the line. Above the buns on the hill, into 83, ladder 29, to the Wall Street Bulls. Engine 4, tower ladder 15, and the Decon unit. He will never be forgotten. Hang on 1 second. Back at it. Drop this piece. And behind the machine, so had to jump down and get it real quick, because that's all a part of the commitment with the blast mask. For our brother, who spent 3 years on the NYPD in the 52nd Precinct, to his time following his father's footsteps, battalion chief out of the Bronx, Edward Schoales, who ended up putting in 40 years of service prior to his passing in 2015. Our brother deserves that honor and respect for the sacrifices made so that others could live. Taking him all the way to the very top. Symbolically finishing his footsteps with me right now on this journey to the 110th floor. Our brother in both blue and red. From a family of service to which Edward and David were also NYPD. Taking them up. With honor and respect. 27 years old, responding on 9/11 with the Wall Street Bulls. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting. 110 floors for our brother, firefighter Thomas Schoales, part of the initial 343 climbs before the end, still counting. Those who worked the pile at ground zero for days, weeks, and months will take their place going to the top. We will never forget. We will always remember. This is the reason we climb, to carry their stories, to tell their stories. So the next generation will always know and will never forget. Our country, 19 years ago, made a promise and a commitment to never forget. And right now, they're not doing such a great job. So it's up to us to keep their memories alive. Now this stair climber and stairwells all over the United States and across the world. We're doing this for them. Taking each and every step necessary to go to the top. For the Wall Street Bulls, who I actually got to go to the house near, I guess it was like a seaport area. To pay my respects on one of the climbs I did in New York City. Got one more brother to take to the top of the towers for the Wall Street Bulls after this. Almost to full accountability. Right now, this is his 110 floor climb. Carrying him up as we speak. And into 4, tower ladder 15 there at the Wall Street Bulls. They have a room dedicated to their brothers. I had the opportunity to see this when I was there. Never forgotten. They will always be remembered. It is nice and hot in here. So now we have 2 last verticals to get to that 101st floor on this 110 floor memorial climb for our brother, firefighter Thomas Schoales, for his siblings, the youngest of 6 with his 5 siblings, Catherine, Jennifer, Edward, Michael, and Daniel. taking our brother up for his 3 years of service in the NYPD to his time with the FDNY. Started off in Engine 83 out of the Bronx, housed at Ladder 29, the bums on the hill, till his move to the Wall Street Bulls. Engine 4, Tower Ladder 15, the Decon unit. The second to last vertical coming up. My mask is good again, so let's go. Taking him up. Dedicated to his siblings, the FDNY off and on the line. Engine 83, Ladder 29, the bumps on the hill, out of the Bronx. And Engine 4, Tower Ladder 15, the Decon unit, the Wall Street Bulls. Carrying him up with honor and respect for the sacrifice made so that others could live. Our brother was part of the greatest rescue effort in United States history, where by the valor, heroism, and bravery that was displayed, they rescued upwards of 25,000 because their sacrifices made so that others could live. This is why we climb, so that 19 years later, his story, his life will never be forgotten, but instead, always remembered. Taking him all the way, symbolically, to the top of the towers. Carrying him with me right now. Guess somebody's got the heater on because man, it's hot in here. For our brother, firefighter Schoales, Engine 4, housed at Tower Ladder 15, and the Decon unit of the Wall Street Bulls. The second to last brother before full accountability for the Wall Street Bulls. Coming to you live in the gym in Sunland Park, New Mexico. This is the 343 commitment and still counting for our brother, firefighter Thomas Schoales, the golden boy of Engine 4, because of the smile that he carried while he was on the job. Our brother was very competitive and learned it when he was on the bums at the hill, Engine 83, because the faster you got to the back step, the first you were on the line. The nozzleman being able to attack it, attacking that fire. So he always would beat his brothers to the back step so he could be on that line. Taking him to that last vertical. Going to the 101st floor of this 343 commitment. 110th floor. Initial 343 brother Memorial Star Climb. Taking him up. Going all the way to the very top. Our siblings, the youngest of 6. The siblings, Christine and Jennifer. Edward, Michael, and Daniel. Edward and Daniel both served in the NYPD, along with their brother Tom Schoales, the firefighter we're carrying up right now. Served 3 years in the 52nd precinct prior to making that jump to the FDNY to follow their father's footsteps. Battalion Chief Edward Schoales, who put in 40 years of service to the FDNY, carrying our brother to the very top to finish his footsteps as the second to last brother for the Wall Street Bulls. Carrying him to the very top. And now, the last vertical has been completed. For our brother, Thomas Schoales, a police officer for 3 years in the 52nd precinct of the NYPD. Our brother in blue to our brother in red. Started off in the Bronx with engine 83, the bums on the hill. Housed with ladder 29. When he graduated the academy, it said that his father gave him a shirt, and it said, the shirt's for free. There's history behind it. It's how you keep that history that matters. Something to that effect. Again, this is all by memory. So, taking him up to finish those last floors for our brother to reach the 110th floor. This is why we climb. So 19 years later, we tell their stories. They do not just become a name on a plaque and a picture on a wall. Because we made a commitment on 9/11/2001 that we would never forget. And this climb is all about that. Telling his story all the way to the 110th floor. Brother, firefighter Thomas Schoales, rest easy. We got it from here. 300 climbs. The 12th milestone has been reached.